It's 1 a.m. on the 26th of November, the day after Black Friday. I went out, traded in a lot of duplicates I had for some games I've been wanting to get for a while. We checked out a new retro store here. I figure I'd start off by showing some goodies real quick. For those of you who follow my collection as it grows, I'm running out of shelf space on the retro shelf, on the Nintendo shelf, and the other shelf is also, for the most part, pretty full. So, anyway, the big one that I got that I'm really stoked about is Super Turrican. I've been looking forever for this in the wild. Could have eBayed it, but, got to go out and get my games in the wild. I also got another thing I haven't seen in the wild ever, and I saw it twice, which I know it's a fairly common game, but I still never saw it, was Kid Clown in Crazy Chase. It's an okay game. Rented it as a kid. I remember it. And then got Lost Vikings for $25. Pretty good shape. Label's in good shape, which is a big bonus on that game. I always find that game with a damaged label on it, so I was really happy to see it that way. The other cool things that I got were the Addams Family trilogy games. A lot of people don't know there were 3 Addams Family games for the Super Nintendo. Ended up getting the Addams Family Value, and a really hard game to come across, I've never seen it in the wild, which was Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. All 3 really clean labels again. I picked 2 of these up for the Addams Family and Addams Family Values for $15 in total, which was a pretty good deal. I think they retail around 10 to 12. And the Scavenger Hunt game I picked up for $10, which is a little on the higher end, but it was trading credit, so I'm not really too upset with that. And then I got the last thing for the Super Nintendo was Bart's Nightmare, which I played as a kid. I don't really remember too much about the game. It's a Simpsons game, so kind of have low expectations. One of the cooler things I picked up today, and I've been looking forever for this, was Punch Out for the Wii. I'm a big fan of the Punch Out series. I love Little Mac. He's awesome, so really stoked to get this. I'm going to give it a go on my cast one of these days here, as soon as I can actually beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Well, first I actually got to beat Sandman and then Macho Man, but we'll get to Tyson one day. One of the games I was really stoked to find that I have never seen that often in the wild at a really good price, which is Conquest of the Crystal Palace. I played this as a kid. I had a lot of good memories of it. I haven't seen this in the wild for under $20, and I picked it up for 10 in trading credit, which I was pretty happy with. Orb 3D, just a common title that I haven't seen in a while, so a lot of these common titles are becoming harder and harder to find, I think, as more people go out there and start expanding their collection. Baseball Simulator 1000 beat up, and got it for $1. I can clean this up, it's not too bad. I'll show you guys. This is how bad it looks. It's got like some brownie crap stain mark there and some black tar thing, but I'll clean that up. It's not hard. Another game that I got that was fairly cheap, which was Skull and Crossbones. It's one of those unlicensed tension games. Then there's a couple games I've never heard of that I ended up picking up. Isolated Warrior. It's apparently like a $30 game. Didn't know that. Got it for $10. 10 or $12 trade in. It wasn't, So I was pretty stoked about that. And then something called Scheherazade. It's the Magic of Scheherazade. I'm probably butchering that. It's made in '89, so it's one of the middle releases. Maybe even released a little bit later on in the US. But, I don't know. Looks like some sort of Middle Eastern Karnov thing. Maybe a Zelda Karnov clone. I don't know. I've never heard of it, never seen it. Figure I'd give it a whirl. Anyway, that's that. Gotta go and figure out how I'm going to put them on the shelf back there. Got a lot of space that's filled with a lot of stuff. So I got to create a lot more space. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but who knows. I'll catch you guys later.